What if everything you've ever believed about the world was just an illusion? How would you know what's truly real? Philosophy helps us in the pursuit of understanding what is truly real by asking profound questions about the nature of knowledge, reality, and existence. Questioning the nature of reality is at the heart of philosophical thinking. What is philosophy? The word comes from the Greek philosophia, which means love of wisdom. Philo equals love, Sophia equals wisdom. It is said that Pythagoras was the first to call himself a philosopher, meaning that he was not a sage but merely a lover of wisdom, a seeker. What does a philosopher do? Unlike the sophists, who charged money to teach the art of rhetoric and persuasion, the philosopher seeks the truth, not just victory in debates. He is not content with superficial opinions but strives to understand the root of issues. There is a misconception that philosophizing requires only plain thinking or giving an opinion. Everyone thinks, but philosophizing requires rigor, questioning, and argumentation. And what is an argument? It is a set of propositions in which one seeks to defend one of them, the conclusion, based on the others, the premises. Formal logic deals with the structure of reasoning. An argument is valid when its conclusion logically follows from the premises. If this does not happen, it is invalid. But informal logic goes beyond structure, analyzing whether the premises are true and whether there are no fallacies, such as the ad hominem argument, attacking the person, not the idea, the appeal to authority, and the ad populum fallacy, if it's popular, then it must be true. So, while philosophy may have started as a general inquiry into the world and human existence, over time, it divided into several areas. Metaphysics studies the nature of reality, existence, and being. Epistemology investigates knowledge and its limits. Ethics deals with right and wrong, morality. Aesthetics reflects on beauty and art. Political philosophy analyzes power, government, and justice. Philosophy of religion examines God, faith, and reason. But beyond studying these areas, you can also reflect on the very history of philosophy. Let's meet the great thinkers. The first philosophers, the pre-Socratics. Thales of Miletus, according to which everything comes from water. Pythagoras, for whom reality is mathematics and the numbers are sacred. Heraclitus, who advocated everything changes, you cannot step into the same river twice. Parmenides, who said that change is an illusion, being is one and unchanging. Then came Socrates, who revolutionized thought with his method of meutics. Instead of teaching, he asked questions to lead his interlocutor to discover the truth on their own. His main follower, Plato, developed the theory of ideas. True reality is in an intelligible world beyond the sensory world. Meanwhile, the Cynics, like Antisthenes and Diogenes, rejected social conventions, seeking a simple life. Aristotle, on the other hand, preferred a more empirical approach. Essence is in things themselves, not in a world of ideas. Plotinus, the Neoplatonic philosopher, sought a mystical union with the One. Stoics like Seneca proposed an ethical life based on apatheia, or absence of suffering, and ataraxia, imperturbability. Christian philosophy, with Christianity, philosophy took a new form. Saint Augustine fused Plato with Christian doctrine. While Saint Anselm formulated the ontological argument to prove the existence of God. And Saint Thomas Aquinas, influenced by Aristotle, harmonized reason and faith in scholasticism. Modernity, rupture and forgetfulness of tradition. During the Renaissance, philosophy separated from theology. Descartes introduced dualism and a methodical and hyperbolic doubt, seeking indubitable knowledge. I think, therefore I am. Then came the Enlightenment, exalting reason, and Auguste Comte's positivism, which valued only scientific knowledge. Other thinkers marked this era. Leibniz, rationalism and the theory of monads. Berkeley, idealism, to be is to be perceived. Hume, radical empiricism, questioning causality. Kant, synthesis of rationalism and empiricism in the critique of pure reason. The German idealists, Fichte, Schelling, Hegel, expanded Kantian thought. The philosophy of will and irrationalism. In the 19th century, Schopenhauer and Nietzsche rejected reason as supreme and exalted will as the fundamental force of reality. Contemporary philosophy, relativism and logic. In the 20th century, relativism dominated philosophy in France and Germany, led by the abandonment of metaphysics. Meanwhile, British analytical philosophy regained logical rigor. But by focusing solely on logic and language, it lost sight of the esoteric meaning that philosophy once had. We will conclude this brief presentation by recalling: a true philosopher seeks the truth, not just victory in debates. Because philosophy is not just about opinion, but about making your position clear, showing why it makes sense, and being open to challenge and critique from other perspectives. Obviously, there is much more to explore, but I hope this brief introduction has been useful to you. Comment below on what interests you most in philosophy. Thank you and join me in the next videos of our journey towards wisdom.